Hey, it's Hipster GW. Welcome back to Hipster Code. So I missed last week. I've been really bogged down with work, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep making videos every week for the next couple of weeks. And I'm also moving in a few weeks, so I'm going to be pretty locked down with a bunch of stuff. But that also means that I haven't been working on my video game, on my Souls-like video game that I've talked about the last couple of videos. So I've made zero progress on it in the last 2 weeks because I haven't even opened the project. And that's what I sort of want this channel to be more of, is showing my work in there. So I might stop doing weekly videos until I can get back on a regular track, just so I'm not just making stuff up completely. And so here I am just making stuff up completely. And I wanted to talk about the Fab giveaway so that I had something to talk about. But really, this I almost made a video on this last week. I just ran short on time, like I said, because I've just been slammed at work. But luckily, these Fab giveaways are for 2 weeks. And this is a really, really good one. So if you have not gone and grabbed these assets, I say get your Fab account, get your Epic account set up. Throw these in your library, even if you don't need them right now. The stylized characters is pretty cool. This is a pretty good environment. But this is the big win for me right here, is this spell visual effects pack. Because I have one previously that isn't nearly as good as this one. So I'm going to definitely be using this in my upcoming Souls-like game for some boss fights and stuff like that. So I'll just show them really briefly. So, and also, you know, you get these for free until March 10th at 9:59 a.m. Eastern time. So throw them into your cart. Make sure that you check out of your cart, and then they are in your library for eternity. So you can see this is the stylized characters, and then there's some of the visual effects going on there. So the stylized characters are very stylized, hence the name. They also are modular, so all like the satchel and a couple of the different things come off and go on. So that's all I'll talk about them. They were not rigged. I can't remember if they were rigged or not to the Unreal skeleton. So you might have to do a retargeting on them. But this is the big W for me with this Fab giveaway, is you get a ton of visual effects. And they're really awesome, and they're really easy to use. Let me see if I can reset this one. So look at that. That's so cool. There you go, and you can trigger that. But you can see it just shoots out fireballs, and they actually have some sort of physics where they go and land on the ground, and then they... So I think that one's just awesome. I think it's so awesome. And then you just want to, you know, you would want to go into your logic and reset it. You would want to create a Niagara system in your enemy character, or you could spawn it on something. I don't know how you can do it in a multitude of different ways, but this is straight up, I just grabbed these and threw them into the level, and they worked instantly. I didn't have to do any sort of setup for them. This is how they work. So this is an awesome pickup, and the warehouse was pretty good as well. Or it's not a warehouse, sorry, it's a sewage treatment center. So you just get some, you know, industrial looking assets. It's modular. These light posts, what do you call these? Street lamps? Whatever. I don't know. It's not a street. These lights, you get these grates, you get the railings. You know, you could make it a dam if you wanted to, but yeah, you have these, which are supposed to be a sewage treatment plant. If you wanted to, you'd probably... Nah, it doesn't really look like a nuclear silo. You can throw it in the distance and maybe make it look like one. I don't know. But no, this is pretty decent. I don't know if I'm going to be using it anytime soon, but it is staying in the library for any other time. So, yeah, so I wanted to give the channel update. Like I said, I might not be making, I think I might try and make a video every other week for the next couple of months until I move. And then hopefully I can get caught up with work, and then I get caught up with moving, and everything like that. But one more thing is just, before I made this video a few minutes ago, I found this really cool video I wanted to share. So I think I've seen this chick a few times, Juniper Dev. But I haven't seen this newbie indie game dev one. But regardless of the previous videos, this one is fantastic. So that was not a very, flattering still image to to pause on for her behalf. But yeah, I saw this other one, newbie indie game dev, had a video on like game jam strategies, which I don't know, I thought that was pretty interesting. I haven't watched it yet, but this one is so fascinating. She's just going into depth about Roller Coaster Tycoon, the first one, and the logic behind people puking. And it is absurdly interesting and absurdly like nuanced. Yeah, it says absurdly detailed. See, I even used the word absurdly. And yet she talks about the different, essentially the different variables and the different states that these people are in, and how some people are more nausea tolerant and some are less, some are happier, some are, you know, more prone to being sick, and then being on rides will increase their nausea and their sickness. And that actually is what spawns, or what runs the, you know, the RNG, the random number that decides if they're going to throw up at any given time. So, and then people react. She goes in depth about how people react to the vomiting. The production quality on this video is fantastic. It's so good. But I watched it, I was like, this is so interesting. So I think I need to check out both of these channels' videos even more. So I'm going to link this video down below, and I'll link both these channels down below as well. It's very relevant if you're trying to decide any sort of logic in your game. So it's just a way to think about how you would decide logic in any sort of game. I just thought it was fascinating, so I wanted to share it. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. This is Hipster GW, Hipster Codes. And we'll see you in the next video. Probably not next week. I'll probably wait a couple of weeks before I can get enough progress in my game. I'm going to stop rambling. Hope you have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.